Hey, it's Brook. I have a couple of students asking about the major pentatonic scale. It's really simple and pretty pleasant to practice and listen to, so let's just get into it. Let's pick a really easy one. This is G major pentatonic. This is going to be just a little too easy, I'm afraid, but let's check it out. So if you do it in that order, it'd be a G, E, D, B, A, G, E, D, B, A, G, and then G chord. Kind of like summarizes where it would belong. So let's simplify it a little bit. That's it. Or so we don't have to go across all 6 strings. That again, that's G, E, D, B, A, G. That's it. And then I just did the other octave or whatever. You don't have to end on a G note, but for training purposes, it's gonna kind of give it context. Pretty easy, right? Cool. So again, using a lot of open strings. You could also put the low E in there. All right, let's move it up to A major pentatonic. Of course, it's going to be, I use the same structure, same shape, same architecture, same geometry, same everything. It's just up 2 frets. So if there's G, here's A. That would be, it's kind of fun to take it from the high note, work it down. So that's an A, F sharp, E, C sharp, B, A, F sharp, E, C sharp, B, A, or A chord. Of course, the pointer finger's super handy for that. Yeah, man. All right. And the classic bend. You can throw in an F sharp. That's a good note to bend the 3rd string, 4th fret. B, you're trying to make it sound like a C sharp. I recommend bending towards the ceiling. A lot of my students will come in and they've been working on it and they'll go towards the floor. I'm just like, why are you doing that? And the reason I would say that's not as good as bending towards the ceiling is because you might go. If you're bending towards the floor, you can't play the 2nd string. That's no good. All right, well, if you want to do a little more, let's hike it up to B. I'm a little bit excited about that, aren't I? You can end on this B or this B. I kind of like that B. Okay, so, you know, you can figure out the notes, but it's, if you did tablature, it would say 7/4, 7/4, 6/4, 6/4, 6/4, 7. But it's your choice if you want to hit this B at the 2nd fret or this B at the 7th fret. They both have advantages. So after you get used to that bend, and it takes time, but you might want to add the second string bent. In that case, I did bend towards the floor because it just felt better to kind of rotate in that direction. So I'll just suggest what I think is good. That's B major pentatonic. Of course, you could land on a B chord, whatever B chord you want to play. Let's take it up to C major pentatonic. Same exact thing. Sounds pretty righteous. All right, let's take it up to D. Sometimes, no, you don't always have to start on the high note or low note, the roots. You can start on anything. So to think about that scale, I'm just kind of blocking it in at the 7th fret, my pointer finger. Then I've got a context for a chord. Pretty simple. That was a little out of tune. So, did I mention you can bend the second string? That's a 5th interval, bending up to a 6th interval. Of course, there's a lot of other bends you can do, but that'd be the two most common. Let's go up to an E. E major pentatonic. Oops, that's not in the scale. It's okay. I was just thinking about adding more notes. So once you get this down, maybe stay totally in the scale, but you can start to kind of add more stuff. Say like, check this out. That is kind of a little pathway you can kind of whatever get off the main. It's just a little journey you can take off to the side. So that's a chromatic line. That'd be like a 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess you got a 3rd, 4th, flat a 5th, and a 5th. And there's a lot of other notes we can add. You can really add any note if it sounds good to your ear. That's the number one thing. All right. Let's do one more little trick here. Check this out. This is really super simple. Throw in that open E and kind of summarize it with a chord. Again, that gives you context about what key you're in. And this is just one pattern. You could play let's do E major pentatonic. I'm just going to have fun doing my old diagonal trick. If you follow my channel for a while, you know I always like to teach the diagonal pattern because it's fun and it sounds cool. So that was just an old pathway that we use. So that's like, if you want to know the numbers, it's 0, 2, 4. Next string is like 2, 4. Then you got your 2, 2, 4, 6. You can kind of slide. Sounds pretty warm and pleasant and inviting when you do the slide. Then you got your 4, 6. You can either hit the 5 on the next string, or if you want to hike it up, you can make the choice when you switch the positions. There's different ways you could do this. So again, then you could do a 7/9, and then you got your 7. 7/9 7/9. It's pretty easy, man. I got my middle finger here because I'm thinking about however you want to get to that. Just keep your options open.